Today, Jim is joining me on the IoT show to build a ugly sweater that is totally IoTified. So don't miss today's episode of the IoT show. Let's do this before it all falls apart. Hi everyone, thanks for watching the IoT show. I'm Olivier, your host, and today I'm wearing an ugly sweater with my friend Jim. Jim, thanks for joining the show.
Thank you for having me. It's a very nice sweater you're wearing.
It is a very nice ugly sweater. I don't know how to say that, but thank you very much for that present.
You're most welcome.
But ugly sweater like one of these ones would not be a real one if it was not IoTified.
No,
right?
no, all the best
So what
ugly
did you do?
sweaters
Let's actually
are
turn the
IoT-fied.
lights off. Like, please, Cameron, lights off. Okay, look at us.
Look at this.
Look at
IoT ugly sweaters.
Ugly sweater that actually blinks. Right?
Yep, we can change the blinks.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Well, we have a job that actually I think people will envy. So Jim, actually, why did you come with these ugly sweaters? We want to see actually some of the projects you built and how you built that one, right?
Yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to build something with Azure IoT Central, which is our software as a service platform. It's been covered many times in this show, but it's a really nice way to get started with IoT. It's got a good low barrier to entry to allow me to talk from IoT devices to the cloud. Obviously, IoT is Internet of Things. I can take a device which is my thing. I can connect to the internet using IoT Central without much code, which is absolutely fantastic.
So what do you have here? What is that thing here?
So what I've got here, this, if we can just zoom in down here, this is the Raspberry Pi Zero. So the Raspberry Pi is a fantastic computer that comes out of the UK. Their original idea was to build something cheap and accessible so that students could learn to code. So they were kind of $30 computers. They were hoping to sell maybe 10,000, and they've sold, I hate to think how many million ever since. And they've got the latest one, the Raspberry Pi 4. It's big, it's powerful, it's quad-core, 4 gigs of RAM, absolute beast. This is what's called the Raspberry Pi Zero. So this is a true $5 computer. They actually, in the UK, when they released these, they gave them away free on the front cover of a magazine. So they're very accessibly priced. It's a proper computer. It's not just a little microcontroller. This is a full Linux-powered computer. I've got this running Raspbian Linux, a version of Debian. It's got a 1 gigahertz processor. It's got 512 megabytes of RAM. It runs off an SD card. It's got GPIO pins, 1080p HDMI out. Everything you need. So this is my kind of controller. I've got this connected to these
set of LEDs?
Yeah, so these are the Adafruit Neopixel strips. So Adafruit produce a whole lot of really great hardware for hackers and enthusiasts to build with. Again, they like to keep the barrier to entry really low. So they want you to be able to access this hardware with as little code as possible. So this is a Neopixel strip. It's LEDs, full color LEDs, and each is individually addressable. And they come in usually a strip of 20. Inside these particular ugly sweaters, I've got, if I just turn it inside out, I've got 20 of these sewn in. These strips of 20 run for about $27 or so. So it's I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's not
expensive.
It's not expensive. Yeah, relatively, it's not expensive. And what's great about them is you can cut them, you can extend them. So I've cut this to a length of 3 strips just to fit on the desk, but I can extend it. I can plug in more and more and more, make it
I like it.
Yeah, it draws a little bit too much power for the Pi Zero on its own, hence why I've got the battery pack there. Now on here, I am running some Python code that talks to Azure IoT Central. So inside IoT Central, I created my application. In my application, I created a device template for these particular devices, and I've defined 3 commands. So commands are a way that Azure IoT Central can send a message to a device and get it to do something. So to define these commands, warm, glow, color, flash, and none. Each one has a name. And then I can put this on my device template, and then from that template I've spun up a device for your sweater, for my sweater, and for this demo one here.
Easy. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward, yeah. And then from my device, I can pick the device I want. I can pick like my demo controller, the one here. I've got these buttons here. When I click these buttons, it will send a command down to my device. So earlier when our sweaters lit up, I clicked a button, it sent a command to our sweaters, and I can do the same to this demo device here. Now just flipping to the device, as I said, these are full Linux computers. So I'm currently SSH'd into this device from my laptop here. And I have got a nice bit of code in here. So I'm using the Adafruit Neopixel libraries. They have Python libraries for this, and I'm using some IoT Central code in here. If I just bring up the code, just have a quick look. Let's say it's designed to be pretty straightforward. With IoT Central, you define a device using a unique ID, a scope ID, which is kind of your ID for your whole application, and then a key, kind of your secret to connect. And I can take those values and use that to point this device to that particular device in IoT Central. And then in terms of NeoPixels, as I say, such a low barrier to entry. One line of code defines my pixels. It's connected to board D18. So that's the pin down here, the yellow
Got
one
it.
here.
Okay.
It's number 18 pin. And then all my code does is it listens for the commands.
Yeah.
It tags the command that was sent, so this
Yeah.
it tags the mode that comes in. And then I've got just a standard, almost like a game loop type idea. I've got a timer that every second it ticks, and if I'm on a warm glow, it'll randomly light up different pixels,
Yeah.
but either on or off with kind of a glow color. If I choose the color flash, it will just randomly choose different colors for the pixels, or I can do none, and that turns them off.
Easy.
And yeah, it's designed to be
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, yeah.
So to actually set a pixel, I just do pixels, the pixel number, the color.
There you
So
go.
again, Adafruit's amazing APIs, lovely low barrier to entry. So once I got this, I can then start this up. Top tip, if you're doing this, the Neopixel is required to run using sudo because of the way it does hardware
So
access.
some of the horror. Yep.
Yeah, so if I do sudo python 3 on here, this will spin up my code. It'll connect wirelessly. These $5 boards have Wi-Fi on.
Yeah.
Connect to the internet, connect to IoT Central, and you'll see it in a minute start ticking with the messages that it's processing through.
Okay.
So there you go, it's processing.
back
So I
to
now
the
go into IoT Central, I click this button, that will send a message. You see it's out on my screen here.
Yep.
And then if we can point the camera
we'll
down
see
here, we'll see
LEDs are on.
the LEDs,
Pretty
the LEDs are
straightforward.
on. Pretty straightforward.
I like that.
Pretty powerful.
So now I have a sweater that is controlled by IoT Central.
Not just controlled by IoT Central.
Okay, what's going on here?
Because IoT Central has a set of APIs you can call externally.
Okay.
And they are not just you can hit those over sort of REST API,
Yeah.
but you can also get this to logic apps. So I have built a logic app over here, which polls Twitter. And then depending on what message I put on Twitter,
Okay.
it will actually change the lights on your sweater.
See, my ugly sweater becomes moody. Right? Depending on the mood on the internet, I can eventually change the colors, something like that, right?
Exactly. So I'm going to come onto Twitter here, and I'm going to do a tweet. It's hashtag IoT ugly sweater.
Yep.
And then I need to put the name of the sweater that we've got.
Okay.
It's you,
That's
and then
me.
you've currently got what's a warm glow.
Yep.
So I'm going to set you to a color flash. I'm typing color,
Okay.
and I'll send that tweet. And what that will do is that will then be polled by this logic app.
Yep.
The logic app will sit there and keep polling, looking for that particular
Yep, yep.
hashtag. And then when there we go. If you can just do the lights,
Yes,
you now notice that we've now got colors being
Nice.
flashed.
I
So
love
I can go back and I can go back to Twitter, and then I can do say hashtag IoT ugly sweater. So I've got, what have I got? I've got the warm glowing going on at the moment. So I'm just going to turn mine off actually. Go Jim, none, and I'll send that tweet. And again, I'm losing control of my computer. Again, this thing will poll.
Yeah.
It'll find the tweet. It'll look for the hashtag.
Yeah.
It'll look for my name. It'll look for the command.
And then
we'll
we'll
see.
send a command to your sweater.
Here's my sweater, and in a minute, this should then switch off.
Awesome.
Now, obviously, doing it via Twitter, it's a bit of a joke, bit of fun, but there's so much more you could do with this through the power of logic apps. You could wire this up to, I don't know, a camera, and if someone walks up to you wearing a Christmas hat, it detects that using the vision APIs and it lights up, or you can wire it up to so many other different capabilities, and you get this control over IoT Central. So pretty much with minimal code, I can control an ugly sweater via the internet, or I can control so many other IoT devices.
You know what I suggest, Ashley? We're going to share that code on GitHub.
We are indeed.
And we actually will accept some contributions for people who will want to make that project even crazier.
Yep. If you want to take that code, you want to do something with it, you can make an even bigger sweater, better things. We'll put the code up there. We want all your submissions and see what kind of cool things.
Everything is very cheap. Actually, you didn't mention that, but IoT Central is free for a few devices.
Yep.
So you don't need to pay for anything on the cloud side of things. No need for, you can create an Azure subscription. As long as you don't use anything in there, you don't pay anything. But Azure IoT Central, right? Like up to 5 devices, you actually have a free instance of the service, right?
Yeah, there's a 7-day free trial of IoT Central, which you don't need an Azure subscription for, up to 5 devices. Then after that, you connect your Azure subscription, and of course you can sign up for free. We have a free tier. You get $200 of credit to use in the first 30 days, and then 12 months of free services. Or if you're a student, you don't even need a credit card to sign up. You get $100 worth of credit that lasts you a year plus 12 months of free services. And then at the end of the year, we email you, and if you're still a student, you get another year's worth, another $100.
I like
Very
that.
cool for students. But yeah, you can sign up for that. And again, you can still run 5 devices for free. So you could, if you've got a family of 3, 4, 5 folks, you can all put on your sweaters.
So 5 ugly sweaters, off you go.
And it's not going to cost you a penny. And of course, if you have more than that, then it's not that expensive to run more devices in IoT Central.
Jim, that's awesome. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you very much.
If you want to find the project, it's aka.ms/IoT show/ugly sweater. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
and
holidays.
Thanks for watching the IoT show.